What's up, everybody? It's your boy Julius Teaser back with another episode of Point and Laugh that Brutus definitely won't take personally. We're joined by a special message from boot.dev, but the main attraction is watching me fall in love with a little blue freak, after which I fall out of love with the very concept of Esper, and finally, we get to witness glorious revolution, baby. Thank you all for your time. For everybody who subscribes to this video, I will pop one additional kernel of popcorn in the editor feed bucket. Mango! Don't try to eat them yet, you're just gonna break your teeth.
Drawing cards wasn't good enough. Bracket 3. Greed from the fucking Bible in the piss foil too. Oh my god. Camel is getting through the eye of a needle before you're getting into heaven, brother. I do not know what this deck does, but I know what it doesn't do. And that is reach max speed before the heat death of the universe, you fuck up. What the? Backup 9 counter spells in a shitty no good dream. Oh my god, we're playing it for cycling. It's like, why are we paying 3 for the counterspell? And of course, we're paying 3 for the counterspell because we made 2 mana to draw 1 card. Lies. Truth, 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 truth. At least now we know what you look like every time you draw a card. How does start your engines work? Good question, Tortalius. Badly is the answer. Oh my god. I gotta see what's coming. I gotta see what's coming. Need for speed. Holy sh**. It's Vinix and his army of trained attack pigeons. Holy sh**. This looks like you put Air Bud up against the Space Jam monsters if you walk this into bracket 2. If drawing cards was not such a good game action to take in Magic the Gathering, this would be hardcore bracket 1 because of how committed it is to fucking anything that says, let me draw 1 more card, man. I just need to draw 1 more card. I swear to God, everything will be okay after I touch 1 more piece of that delicious seasoned cardboard. I'm gonna ban you. What the f is happening here? 3 mana, put a land into play. Do you even need... Of course, my fault. My fault. You need your 3 mana ramp to hit 3 of the 5 mana spells in your deck. That's my bad. Oh my god, piss foils. We have another rage baiter. This is for sure. I saw the words draw 2 cards and my eyes dilated so wide I could no longer read them. My local store gave me the yellow islands for free because no one wanted them. Nobody but you. Nobody but you. I have to see how this plays. I piss. I fucking miss my land drop somehow. Alright, piss foil again. Poo-poo UFO. I try to be respectful. Oh, it has to mulligan for a 1-drop. Okay, we'll do that. Alright, free mulligan gone. You have a 1-drop, but you don't have the lands that can play it. We're down to 6. No 1-drop. We're down to 5. I have to keep this. If I go to 4, this deck has to be stone cold f***ed, and Ledger Shredder is not a 1-drop, but it is close. So we're bottoming this garbage, and we're bottoming Mystic Sanctuary. This is unfortunate. That could have been the primer, Iggy. So turn 2, we get to stick Ledger Shredder. That's good. Right now, you're camouflaged. Nobody knows what's happening in the 99 of this deck. This looks like a good tempo list. Turn 2, oh yeah, Muruganda has start your engines. Okay, so we get our speed up to 2. Speed up to 3. Speed up to 4. Somebody else's end step. We have 4 mana. We will spend, oh no, we have 5 mana. We have 5 mana. Oh, if that was turn 5, I should have 1 more land at play too. So I have 6 mana. Ooh, excellent. So I'll make a copy of Ledger Shredder. Draw 4, discard 1. Fuck that island. Draw 2 for turn. Teferi, Master of Time. So I'm holding up what? Holy shit, that's such a bad card. Why are the lands so bright? They are possessed by an evil spirit known as Aether Drift Boiling. So this is all happening on turn 7, not turn 6. But then I get to go uptick, draw 2, a card. And I think this is on every opponent's turn. Fucking Avishkar Raceway. Alright, the cycling card can go, and then I think it's back to our turn at this point. I won't lie, I see why you like it. I see why you like it. This is very, very bracket 2 coded. So I probably do props first, draw 2 cards. I'm up to 3 for the turn. Draw 6, I'm up to 9 for the turn. That's draw 4. Those guys suck. Probably press the enemy just to fuck with somebody. Free cast. Can't cast Meeting of the Minds. All my cards are so bad. Oh, my cards are so bad. Free cast or resculpt. Double remove. And then I put a million counters on one of my flyers and I start going to town on somebody. Okay. I don't hate that. Okay, so let's see if there's any heat we can put in this, because this is greedy as fuck, but you're in the right bracket for it to be greedy as fuck. So anyone they play against just needs to make sure to go pigeon killing. either pigeon killing or like any table that understands the importance of reach and flyers gets fucked on. This isn't even greed, it's addiction. We're gonna find Iggy in the back of a fucking alleyway trying to fold a card into the crook of their elbow. They're gonna be searching for a vein with a fucking dragon shield sleeve. So what Iggy has done well here is we have the critical mass of 1-drops that we can mulligan to a 1-drop that will build up our max speed. The biggest problem the deck faces, I think this is one of those decks where it's like the biggest problem it faces is a rematch. Because the moment any of my opponents know to kill one of my 1-drops, I think the deck fails instantly. Never mind, we get 3 1-drops in our opening hand. Holy fuck, we're unstoppable. Never mind, we're unstoppable. It's giving me all the 1-drops now. It doesn't wanna see you fail. We go Vinix to get speed to 1. We go Storm Tamer, maybe they don't shoot this one. Speed goes to 2 on turn 4. Speed goes to 3 on turn 5. Speed goes to 4 on turn 6. Now we can start doing stuff, but we don't have a big card draw spell in our hand because we have motherfucking Aether Siphon. Sorry, that's why I said the biggest problem is the rematch. Because what this deck is presenting is I have a load-bearing 1-drop. And if you do not interact with the load-bearing 1-drop, I am going to be nearly unstoppable. We still don't have a big massive card drop, but it can get there eventually, which just makes this a very bracket 2 deck. I think the far and away the worst cards we have are like fucking Think Twice. This card being in the deck is a goddamn joke. Why this man got the PP Poo Poo Islands? Because they're evil. But what about Tolarian Winds? Wait, that card is awesome. There it is. First one's free, baby. New addict every day. That does way more than Think Twice. That does draw more than 2 cards. You are correct. Whirlpool Drake does it twice. Does it when it comes in, does it when it leaves. So Tolarian Winds and Whirlpool Rider should definitely go in. I had doubts, and I'm sorry about that. We 100% get to the crackhead utopia that is maximum speed on like turn 5-ish. Got here late, how does this deck win? Eventually is the key word. All right, so the big 3 we're recommending. Credit Voucher, Tolarian Winds, Whirlpool Rider to have access to cheap ways to wheel yourself and not help your opponents. I think the only other thing you might need is a better draw payoff than Emrakul's Messenger. I understand you want to have a lot of mana to be able to interact with people and be able to use the buyback on 2 of these very, very bad spells. Even when the deck is working, if we don't have Homunculus Horde or Alondra, I think most of our board, even if we do have Alondra, I think most of our board stalls out at like a couple creatures. 20 cards in hand felt too easy. God damn it. It's LeBron with the fucking flip-flops again. No. I want to enjoy this. I have 50 cards in hand. I don't want it to end yet. I need to wheel. Please, relax. Relax. We can shuffle up again in a moment. The bell does not dismiss you, I do. It's good. I think it's all the way. I hate it. I hate it and I doubt it, and I think those hates and those doubts are part of what make it peak. I think this deck is exactly what it wants to be, and what it wants to be is an incredibly greedy and a little bit creepy altar to the idea of drawing 1 card. You would definitely benefit from having those 2 mana self wheels and from having 1 slightly better payoff like Ominous Seas, but it undeniably works. Congratulations.
Do you want a deck that's filled with foils but have a bank account balance that's just plain foul? Was your experience with the Goblin Storm Secret Lair Commander deck looking at the price and going, damn? Do you spend hours grinding meaningless numbers in video games that may as well be part-time jobs to fulfill some power fantasy about having real agency in your own life? Forget about that last part. Boot.dev is here to help with the first 2 by teaching you how to code via meaningful number grinding. Their platform has gamified the entire journey from idiot who knows nothing to idiot who's pretty good at back-end web development with experience points, achievements, quests, boss fights, all the trappings of your favorite RPG. And I know it might sound a little bit corny, but let's be real for a second. Changing careers is scary. Changing careers to a field where you have to develop some pretty serious skills pretty quickly is even scarier. What Boot.dev is doing is recontextualizing those fears in a setting where we are used to overcoming challenges. Many of us, if not all of us, statistically, if you're watching this video, have overcome challenges, overcome frustrations in our favorite video games. And that little bit of familiarity, that little bit of comfort can be the difference between sticking with it and not. So head to boot.dev and use my exclusive code MALDHOUND30 to get 30% off your first payment to boot.dev, or go check out all the content on the site for free in read-only mode if you want to try before you buy. Thanks to boot.dev for sponsoring this video.
Flicker Cat loved Yeastola, but hated how her precon was built. This is my attempt at making a deck that can match the Titus precon. The deck has plenty of 3-mana non-creature spells in it to keep life total up, some transmutation tutors, actual bad tutors, a handful of mana rocks, some card draw outside the commander, some combo protection pieces, and the combo itself. And it says bracket 2 on it. Fucking cherry on top. What the fuck is a blocker, bro? This seems like a trauma response. Tutors! Air quotes. Insatiable Avarice. Recruiter of the Guard! What? We're air quoting CEDH All-Star Recruiter of the fucking Guard? What is... Are you gonna show me a budget mana base that's made out of heavily played OG duels? What the fuck? Bad tutors! 3 mana, anything I want. 3 mana, anything I want to hand. Bad tutor, by the way. I think Servant of the Stinger is the only one. The only one I will accept. Oh, Ranger Captor of Aos. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, not CDH All-Star. Bracket 4 All-Star at minimum. I can only assume this is what happened in the making of this deck live. Oh my god, there's a walking ballista in here. Yeah, I think that goes infinite. Holy shit, I won! I can't believe they put that in a precon. That's so cool. You guys want to play again? And you're over here. You have ruined everything! And then you like ran off into your fucking basement and you were like, I can make a 3-card combo. I'll show you. I used this for a thumbnail this morning. This you, bro? This you right now? Responsible, holy shit. If you grand abolisher me in bracket 2, I'm walking away. I'm abolishing our friendship. Kira is like, creatures have hexproof, creatures indestructible, whatever. Monastery Siege, my stuff has ward, who cares? Ghostly Prison, yeah, whatever. We don't want to get hit. We're assembling a shitty combo. These all make sense. Recycle tutors, holy fuck. Flicker or copy key pieces, okay. I'm gonna throw up, dude. What the fuck do you mean Recruiter of the Guard is gonna look for Corpse Knight to achieve our 3-card infinite, but if all else fails, I can play Combat Tutorial! Raw card draw. That is a description of what it is. That is a description of what the card does. Fucking shakedown heavy, bro. I'm gonna shake you until you sleep. I swear to God, Donnie. I ever get my fucking mitts on you, I'm shaking you until you sleep. Transmute tutor. Yeah, all right, 5 more. So we have what? That's up to 9 tutors? A 10th of the deck? This deck is not made to be played. This deck is made for you to sit back with a shit-eating grin as you drop one-line zingers about WotC printing an infinite in the precon. Mana and mana accessories. God damn it, bro. 5 tags of tutors and infinites like I'm in a fucking Saw movie, and then 17 dogshit mana rocks. Sorry. 16 dogshit mana rocks. I love this one. Then 38 lands. This is a precon mana base for sure. Okay, let's see if this actually plays any type of magic. So we have lands, we have Grand Abolisher, sure, whatever. Play that. Ornithopter of Paradise, get white. Probably play Memories Returning. None of my fucking tutor pieces. But I'll take Flash Photography. Somebody else will take like Thrawn Dynamo or Solemn. I'll take Temple, they'll take the other, I'll take a land. This land can go, or actually that land probably can't go. That has flashback, that can go. So now we can play Yeastola? We could Signet into Yeastola. All right, Temple. I'm probably Monastery Sieging for additional draw at this point because I have such sincere doubts that Servant of the Stinger can or will get through. Because I don't have removal to protect this. But maybe I could go like Servant of the Stinger. This is part of my combo line, so I do still want it. No, I do this and Servant of the Stinger. So next turn I draw an extra card, get this tap land out of here. Fucking get abolished on? Oh wait, I can't even do this. I don't have a second white pip. Hell yeah. Starfield Vocalist. Commit to board. Pass. I need the scry at this point. Discard the land. Fuck, that's not part of my combo. That Death Touch though, no one wants to block the Death Touch. Oh, so my defense is this deck can beat up children. Really good. This deck is amazing at beating up children who cannot read. I'm so sorry I overlooked that, Donnie Spaghetti. Let's go get part of your combo. If people aren't blocking it, then you 100% flash photography this token, try to do it twice, get the rest of the combo, try to win. I need you to know that I hate you personally. I need you to know that this deck is garbage, and it is everything that I dislike about Bracket 2 gaming, and you know you're wrong. These mana rocks are openly fucking ridiculous. There are a million pieces of card draw, card selection that we could be playing instead, and we have instead decided to try to perfectly split the uprights of making a deck that is technically Bracket 2 while still being the most annoying fucking combo deck I've ever seen. So to move on to the actual how could we improve this, immediately this is the type of deck that is happier at Bracket 3. I realize it is like hee hee hoo hoo, WotC put a 3-card infinite in the Tidus Precon, and also the entire point of the Tidus Precon was not to assemble a 3-card infinite. Right, I think this deck loses at most Bracket 3 tables though, like it's bad. Right, that's because we jammed 17 fucking rocks into the middle of it to artificially slow it down. This deck is the kid who is playing superheroes with everybody in recess, but instead of using their powers, whenever they hear somebody else come up with a superhero power, they run to the corner and they spend 5 minutes coming up with a power that exactly counters your power. That's what we're doing. We're like, you have a 3-card infinite? Give me 1 moment. Okay. I just stop going outside. If I'm willing for Todd, never call me back again. That'll be too fast. Know what I'm doing. Ooh, if I play every mana rock that is under 10 cents on... Holy shit. Not a deck. It's an actual cry for help. This is... This is some of the craziest actually work I've ever seen. I will credit you for one specific thing, which is you hamstrung the deck pretty well. A lot of people, when they make antagonistic, shithead, bad joke decks like this, they do make a deck that wins too quickly. And you have done a tremendous job of putting in so much useless dog shit that the deck does take the 8 legally mandated turns to win. That said, go to hell, I do not like you. Based on your card selection, you are good enough at Magic and you know enough Magic to know that if this deck were to be any better, we should be turning like half of these mana rocks into like Drawn from Dreams, right? Because the deck does exactly one thing, and that one thing is find a tutor or find a piece of the combo. And so we don't even really care that much about like cards in hand. We care a lot about impulsing for our tutors and for our combo pieces. And so if we wanted it to go faster, which we don't, because we are very much doing an I'm not touching you thing with the bracket system, what you would do to make this faster for anybody watching this video later is you would use impulse effects like Drawn from Dreams, and you would go to the Scryfall tagger. Donnie, again, none of this is for your benefit. I know you know this, you disgusting piece of shit, but we're posterizing you. And so this is for the people, this is for those who come after Donnie. You would do Commander Esper, O-Tag Impulse, and you would look into cards like maybe Dig Through Time if you were casting a lot of spells, maybe Salundi Vision in a land slot. You would do Stock Up as Donnie has. Donnie slipped, they put in a good card draw spell. You would probably do Consult the Star Charts, you would probably do Memory Deluge, you would probably do Stargaze, and you would just try to rip through the deck to get to these tutor pieces or to the combo pieces faster. I'm imagining the scene from Incredibles, but it's all of Donnie's friends like popping off super happy for the friend with the Tidus Precon hitting the 3-card infinite, and it's just Donnie there with the Syndrome eyeshadowing. How is this what? Oh, right. There we go. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so Donnie, normally I come down pretty hard on decks like this, but I respect the sincerity of how fucking bullshit this is. I think this is high quality. This is USDA prime rage bait. 100%. There's nothing that can be done to it because it's meant to be slow, and I think we both know this. If you did want it to be faster, it's 100% like impulses. You can find the right type of stuff, but this is like the exact right mix of just proactive enough to lie to everybody and say that it's actually a deck, and just enough terrible fucking dog shit that you can be like, no, it's definitely bracket 2. But you are banished to hell. Please stay far, far away from me, brother. But thank you very much for submitting. Kobolds invade your town while praying for their absentee dragon parents to get back with the milk. Is Kobold team baby? So it's Prosh, but it is Prosh presumably with the Kobold proletariat, which is how I wanted to build Prosh as well. That's great. Commander, Prosh. When you cast it, you make X kobolds where X is the mana you spent on Prosh. So we get it 6 at first, then we can get 8, then 10, you know, whatever. Jumps on you and gnaws your face ineffectually. Some of these you got the ineffectual part dead on. Some of these are good, but some of these the ineffectual part, hell yeah. I'm gonna hold back my suggestions. I'm gonna let you be wrong. Prosh self-destructing is funny, but I'm gonna let you be wrong for a little bit. Add to Master's Horde. Happy Master, make Kobold strong and safe. So we have Signet, Farseek, Fertile Ground, Stockpile, Kodama's Reach, Wild Growth, Dragon's Horde, Thrawn Dynamo. Okay. Anytime I see a deck that is ramping at mana value 1, mana value 2, and mana value 3, I think of like teenage aspiring bodybuilders who only eat unseasoned chicken and rice. Like, where is the, hold on. No, god damn it. Where is it? Where is it? Everybody's on Instagram trying to make this look good, but it's giving those people who eat like a can of tuna with 1 sliced apple. My college roommate did that for like 2 weeks, and it just, chili and garlic powder don't have any protein malt. I know that. Starry doesn't. I refuse to believe there's a plan here. Ah, help, help. Beautiful. Attention peasants, we take your land for great masters. So I do know that we have like, they are either kobolds or little lizards that should have been kobolds. So this makes sense to me. Wrong. Correct. Great. I love mystery card. That's hopeful. That is, wow. In a kobolds deck, kobolds getting to power 4 or greater reliably seems about as aspirational as the average man paying for Tinder Gold. It seems pretty rough. Kobold Drill Sergeant. Kobolds you control get +0/+1 and have trample. Kobolds have first strike. Kobolds have +1/+0. Overrun. Pack attack. Attacking creatures get +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of players being attacked. Draw a card. Man, mono red is really looking at mono white and going, anything they can do, we can do worse. And for only 1 turn. But we'll also draw 1 card, making it totally okay. Great Master has saved us. Praise, praise. That's pretty cute. I do like this. Great Master, praise be, praise be. So these are like the non-kobold, these are the absentee parents. Kobold Home, warm and dark, yes, yes. 37 lands responsible. Kobold Touch More Shinies. That's... The Uprising is funded by Elon Musk. You are going to have to put this Neuralink on before you can get your guillotine blade. We have to see if it does thing. Shit, yeah. Kobold, free 0/1, 3-tree city. Pass. Pass. Discard to hand size. Pass. Discard to hand size. Game 2. Shuffle them back up. At least, listen, this is the closest this deck can get to a 2-card infinite. We have Beastmaster Ascension and we have Garruk's Uprising. So we can get them to be 6/6s and have trample. If only we had a fucking ramp spell or other land. That's a little better. I think we can try to work with this one. So, bam, Kobold, fuck you. Bam, Talisman. Growing Rights. We get to check top 4 for a creature. Alright, great. Creature comes to hand. Turn 4, Opal Palace for some reason. Play Kobold. Play Skull Clamp. We want to flip this, but we're also totally out of cards. I think we can pay to Skull Clamp. We Skull Clamp one of our revolutionaries. We play goddamn Myriad Landscape. Fertile Ground. So our forest is big and huge now. And then we just get Ashnod's Altar out in case. Not enough ramp IMO. We try to make Prosh happen real quick. See, that's a decision you decided against in the deck building phase. Not enough ramp IMO that is something you need to be repeating to yourself in the mirror. That is an affirmation you need to be saying every night before you go to sleep. I think self-destruct should just be soul immolation or one of your self-destruct things. Because this is, I can kill my commander, which is genuinely important. But I can kill my commander in such a way that I also get to one-sided board wipe and hit my opponents for a little bit of damage. And then if I don't think I have broad banners that would affect Prosh on board, so you're probably capped at 5. Like, I know what you want to go for here is I sack all my kobolds into it, which is attractive, but I think right now so much is invested in making the kobolds big that we don't want to be giving them up. Like, I think in the playtest where the deck is working well, or if the deck is working how it wants to work, giving up kobolds is net negative on damage. Okay, the ramp part. This is going to be the hard one. Where are our setup pieces at? Our setup is at 4. Well, we shouldn't have this. This should not be in the deck. Yeah, if the intent is for Kobold Overrun. So the kobolds are really bad. All right, we can kind of work with that. And we are working under a restriction of we can't have creatures in the deck that are not kobolds, honorary kobolds, or dragons. Yeah? If that's true, what is the line on enchantments? Because this seems like something where we're like, it's okay if this one's not on theme. It's not a creature. Garruk's Uprising should be Chronicle of Victory. I think the likelihood that you are going to piggyback a Garruk's Uprising to like meaningful card draw or a meaningful win, very, very, very slim. The likelihood that first strike, trample, and +2/+2 makes a difference for your kobolds, very, very likely. And then you have 12 potential targets, because that's the number of like actual kobold spells we have in the deck. Yeah, this card is just a motherfucker. Gev kind of seems like a pipe dream, because if all creatures enter simultaneously, I'm not positive how we are getting everybody hurt to deal damage outside of, I have to have Perforos. He just makes me happy. I'm so sorry. My fault. I'll move on. Imagine if we reskinned these as kobolds, though. In fact, what are squirrels but the kobolds of city parks? They make little chittering noises. They will come out if you tear up pieces of bread. They will kill you if you fall asleep near them. Normally people fuck up the ramp section for really bad reasons, but your ramp section is bad because the deck is really bad, but it's really bad because of a really cute dream, and I want to see that dream live, but I want to kill every ramp spell you put in here. Okay, Starry, official designation. You got the spirit for sure. I think we got to fix the reliability a little bit. Try that like 2-4 plan we talked about, and then yell 6-7 a bunch, yell Loker Kenuanly, show people some kobolds.
Thank you all for watching. If you're interested in getting your deck on this show, we roast decks every Wednesday and Sunday on my Twitch, and we do raffle off free ones. And don't forget to check out boot.dev.